Hello and welcome back to Wario Winter, an advent calendar where I'm walking through every single Wario game. Today, we're looking at Wario Land 2 on the Game Boy. Let's get started. This game is better than the one before it in almost every way. I enjoyed my time with the first one, and I didn't think it was bad by any means, but this one proves there was so much more to be done and improved. I think the most obvious upgrade was the level design, both in graphics and in gameplay. The worlds and levels are so unbelievably pretty for a Game Boy game, and I love how much detail they tried to shove into each and every level. And unlike my criticism with the first game, I really feel like this game took advantage of its level themes and really tried to immerse you. I think my favorite here is the In the Town chapter, where you're going in and out of buildings through the windows and making your way through the city. It's just such an interesting, usual world theme for Mario, at least at the time of this game's release. Nowadays, of course, we have New Donk City, but it's almost like this was the inspiration that would go on to give us that. My biggest positive for this game is how the levels are set up. Instead of being a basic get to the flagpole or finish line, this game takes it one step further and instead makes almost every level have an actual objective to complete. From turning off the faucet to going and wrangling a hen back to its nest. That level in particular really drove this point home for me, because it's so creative for the franchise at this time. You essentially have to go through the whole level, collect the hen, and then carefully find your way back through the level while making sure you don't let the hen go. It's just something fun to see in a platformer like this. Having the objectives at all really makes each level mean something, and having the cartoon-like intro to them adds even more to this, replacing the typical world map. There was one thing I noticed while playing, and that was the weighty nature of Wario from the first game is gone, replaced with physics that are more in line with standard Mario games. I don't exactly like this change, but with the new ambitions and level layouts, I understand why they made it. In the same line of thinking, another major control change was made that would become a staple in Wario games moving forward. There is no life system. In fact, there isn't even a damage system. Like yeah, you lose a few coins, but even if your bank account empties, you can still get hit as often as you like and not get a game over. This is honestly a really bold move, but one I quite like. Of course, there's one negative that comes with this though. Knowing that you can't die, they made sure all of the enemies were the most annoying and obnoxious beings on the planet. There are so many enemies that are just so frustrating to deal with. Although I will give them props on how they decided to deal with bosses, where every time you get hit, you just get pushed to another room and have to find your way back to the boss. It can be a little annoying, but it's at least clever, so I don't give it too much flack. There's one other major change that would also become a staple that was introduced in this game. In lieu of power-ups, Wario can instead change states. Sometimes an enemy lights him on fire, sometimes they feed him cake and he gets fat, and other times he gets drunk and stumbles around the level. It's really up in the air what's going to happen next, and I really enjoy that level of spontaneity that the game brings. Before people ask, I just played through the game the normal straightforward way. I know there are multiple endings and I explored the ones I found accidentally, but by and large I just played the game as intended. It's really cool though that the branching paths exist and honestly impressive for a Game Boy game. This game rules. If you have the ability to play it, you absolutely should. I thoroughly enjoyed my time playing this game, and I'm happy to continue making my way through the Wario games. What did you think of Wario Land 2? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe while you're down there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.